Hi there, Sumit. Let's see what you wrote in this set of essays. The first one is about money on weddings. Okay. These days, Anne, you're missing an article here, Anne. An increasing number of people are spending excessively on their weddings. This essay will first discuss great wedding experience, a great wedding experience as one of the main advantages of this, and then it will outline people spending more than they can afford as one of the main disadvantages. All right, well, that's lovely, but you didn't answer the question, Sumit. It very clearly asks you if the benefits outweigh the disadvantages. The other thing that you need to remember here is that look what it says. The benefits, disadvantages. So the implication is that they want you to talk about both. I mean, not both, obviously both, but they also want you to talk about more than one benefit, more than one disadvantage, okay? So the first problem is that you didn't talk to me, you didn't tell me what your opinion is, if the benefits are more than the disadvantages. And the reason why that's a problem is, check a look at this. Wait, here we go. Here are task 2 band descriptors. Here's band 7. Here's task achievement. It says, presents a clear position throughout the response. What does throughout mean? It means from the beginning to the end. So, if you want to get a 7, one of the things you have to do is to make sure that your answer to the question, and that's your position, is clear throughout the essay, from the beginning to the end, okay? Keep that in mind when you write your answers. The other thing is that because IELTS is sneaky sometimes in the way it phrases questions, this benefits. I want you to be aware of that. Like I said before, the implication is not just one benefit, but discuss multiple benefits. And the same thing goes for disadvantages. So let's see what you did in the rest of your essay. One of the principal advantages of spending a lot of money on weddings is that it helps in creating a great experience for all. Since a wedding is one of the best events in everybody's life, people want to have a very good memory of this, and more money ensures that the event is lavish with all the luxury. This provides present tense an experience that the couple can cherish their entire life. For example, the Times recently reported that in their survey, people said the reason for spending excessively on their wedding is that they want to have a good memory of an event where they are the center of attention, so they want everything to be perfect. This results in more money being spent on making it big and lavish. Okay, yes, fine. I like the word lavish, but you used it now twice, and since it's fairly memorable, be careful. You could have used the word opulent. You could have used the word luxurious. Okay, you could have used I don't know, splendid, superb, extravagant. Lots of words. So, just because you know a good word and you're able to use it appropriately doesn't mean you should use it continuously. Okay, now, one of the other things that I want to mention here is what I said in the beginning. Did you talk about more than one advantage? I'm going to ask you to ask yourself that, okay? So, let's move on to the disadvantages. One of the main disadvantages of spending more money is that people often spend most of their life savings on this, and then they find it hard to maintain a normal lifestyle. There are people who do not only spend all of their money, but also take loans, for the wedding, and later up paying for years while living in poor economic conditions. For example, in India, this is very common. You needed some sort of a linker here, where usually a girl's family spends a huge amount on a wedding, and this money either comes from their savings, S, or a loan. As a result, they have to make sacrifices, S, on lots, S, of things later in order to either pay the loan or save money for future emergencies. Okay, so it's the same question again. Did you talk about more than one disadvantage? What you wrote is lovely. The grammar has some problems. A lot of this singular plural is problematic, and so I want you to really look at it. But let's move on to your conclusion. In conclusion, the benefits of spending a huge amount of money on a wedding, it's not a marriage. A marriage is what you have after the wedding. So on a wedding, such as creating a lifelong memory, must be weighed against the drawbacks, such as weakening of financial condition. Now, such as the weakening of one's (S) financial condition. Overall, the drawbacks of spending excessive money on weddings outweighs the benefits because without spending a lot of money as well, one can have very good memories of this important occasion. Okay, So, you see what happened? I didn't know that you felt that way until I got to the very end of the paragraph. And so, that's the problem that we talked about in the very beginning. Also, I'm not going to say it again. Remember what I said about advantages and disadvantages. Okay, careful with your plurals, careful with your singulars, and let's move on to your letter. Okay, you're applying for a job. Let's see what you wrote. Dear Sir, I am writing in connection with the opening of French and Spanish expert. Please allow me to explain why I would be suitable for the job. I don't like I did. There's so many better words here. I completed a master's in translation and interpretation of French and Spanish languages from France. Apart from this, I also did a crash course in business management from the School of Commerce in Paris. Shouldn't this be capitalized? Paris in 2012. After completing my studies, I returned to India and joined a multinational company by the name of Tech Corp. I worked there as a translator for 2 years, and then I got promoted to assistant manager. I'm still working there, and now my job involves managing clients in Europe. My aim was always to join Amazon because of its reputation and opportunities it provides for career growth. When I saw the job profile on the internet, it caught my attention because I have all the qualities mentioned in the requirements. Okay. I would also like to highlight that I am very passionate about languages and would be a great asset to the team because I never get tired of learning new things. For more information, please check my CV attached to the letter. Okay, and best regards, Sumit. Okay, so let's talk about the thing that sticks out in my sticks out the most. You wrote Dear Sir, so you don't know who you're writing to. It's a formal letter. That means that your sign-off has to be yours faithfully. It's a convention of letter writing. When we don't know the name of the person we're writing to, we finish our letter, yours faithfully. If you did know his name, and maybe if it wasn't a formal letter, you could have said best regards. But for the purposes of IELTS, stick to things like yours faithfully and yours sincerely when you know the name of the person. You were supposed to do several things here. Talk about possible qualifications. I read them. You did them quite a bit. That was fine. You were supposed to talk about your energy and enthusiasm for the job. Yeah, you did that. I can't say that it was the best display of energy and enthusiasm, but you certainly did a lot better than most, so it's fine. How about this? When I saw the job profile on the internet, it caught my attention, not only because I have all the qualities mentioned in the requirements, but also because Amazon is a leader in online retail, and it is a model for other companies to follow, and this is the type of environment in which I would like to work. Now that shows enthusiasm. Okay, so you're showing the employer that it's not what you can gain only, but it's like, wow, this is a wonderful company, and I really would like to be part of this company so that I can provide my skills and expertise to them. All right, that's showing energy and enthusiasm. So yes, but you could have said more. Alrighty, so let's see. Go ahead, Sumit, and correct these essays, return them corrected, add to your error correction list, and send us new essays, okay? We'll be here waiting to see what you write, so good luck with that.